Good evening to all my viewers and watchers and all my subscribers and supporters, and salutation to all my extended ones and all my loved ones. Okay, we're back.
We back, baby.
Yeah, we've been going for a minute, but we here. Partners for the hiatus. Children have been born.
Trials and tribulations,
a few weddings we had to attend.
Right.
But we here, we back, yo. Welcome us back.
A couple of angry issues. Me and you had discrepancies.
Yeah, we ain't
over the contract, but we straightened it out.
Had to,
no. We ain't move no furniture.
But anyway, y'all know that's the host, the skipper, and not him, the other host, Elefante. But anyway, let's get back to business. Let's get into this topic that I want to talk about, which is health is wealth.
Word.
And I bring this topic up is because a lot of us, especially the older heads, not excluding the younger generation out of this neither, but I just focusing on the older heads right now and things of that nature with this health thing that we seem to avoid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like situations occur with yourself that might be going on within your body, or you might have a little ache and pain in your arm or something. People get aches and pains and don't just be thinking that's the way I slept on my shoulder. But it's been going on 4 weeks. You've been telling me this. You've been saying that.
Cliche, we're just getting older, so the pain's kicking in.
Yeah.
But they don't really know it could be something really
clogged artery.
It could be something internal, right?
Yeah, and I'm glad that you said internal, because most of us we seem to forget about the internal because we see our external looking good and all that. Your skin looking good. You got all the body parts, and you seem to forget about the internal, which is the major part of everything.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? The external is nothing.
Word.
That's just a shell.
Yeah.
The internal is where everything is at. So pay attention and recognize your ailments that might be going on within your body. And don't be afraid to go to the doc if you have to. Don't make the doc have to come to you because you took a long time to go to him, and now here you are being forced to take these pills because you let something go on long time. Now you're on medication.
Usually that's what happened in the urban community. We tend to lack the conversation or the lack of visitation when it comes to going to see a physician.
Yeah.
Somebody to, annual physical, like blood examples, blood tests, urine samples, stool samples, prostate exams, liver exams, kidney exams. Those are the things, and what a lot of people don't realize too, a lot of times the core of sickness, period, is the stomach. Contrary to what people may think as far like the brain and all of this and that, the core of everything, it literally is the stomach. So a lot of things got to go through the stomach, man. You know what I mean? To really function. The brain is, of course, is the epic center, the computer, all of that, but the stomach tells everything. And if you don't know that, by this COVID should have told you everything when it deals with your stomach, as far as sickness and stuff like that. Yeah. So you have to be on guard, especially being older, because we're less active. Everything slows up. The way we think, we even think slower than we normally will be thinking. Moving at a young age, you moving so fast, you just moving and grooving, shaking and baking. And you can eat anything, 1,000 ramen noodles with cheese all on it, butter chilling on top of it, all types of stuff, French fries, everything. But the movement and with the metabolism, it'll help burn it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But now, your body gonna tell you about your, the metabolism and how you slow up better, closer or faster than your mind. People don't realize that mind. We can still, how that go. We still think
I can do that.
25 years old. That mentality tell you that. But the reality kick in, man, that's over with. Look at all the basketball players, look at all the boxers, look at all the football players, baseball players. At a certain age, you slow down. Your body automatically slows down. The only thing you don't lose fast is your strength. You know what I mean?
That's the only thing. You get the old man strength.
Yeah, that's the cliche, the old man strength. But just because you have strength being older, don't mean that you can't break down inside.
Yeah, you're brittle. And age and nutrition.
Word.
Hey, but listen, like my man said, and another thing is, we have been, I used to be naive to tell you about like just because a person is fatter than me and I'm skinny, that he was unhealthy and I was not. But as I got older, I started to realize, huh? What?
Why you point this way?
I said,
you
but
said,
anyway.
no, you went like this. In my mind, I weigh 180 pounds. That's in my mind.
That's in your mind. Mind tests the body. Body think the mind is crazy, don't
Word.
it? But yeah, though. But just because you think you're smaller than that other person might be bigger than you. But listen, that could be the
I saw
opposite.
that neck again.
Yeah, you seen that? I said. But anyway, back to the lecture at hand. Yeah, so don't think because, like I said, my man Keith, you understand? But it's my love. But don't think just because of that person that might be bigger than you and you're smaller than that person, you're more healthier than he is. Because I've seen the opposite many days and times.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, with what you're taking in, be careful, especially if you have, you know, a trait in your family such as high blood pressure and diabetes, things of that nature. Make sure you be aware of what you're taking in, especially with these toxins that we put into our body. I'm even guilty of some of the things that I put into my body, but I'm aware of it and I do make up for it, but still there's no excuses.
Word.
You fathom? And you know, I try to be a lot more healthier than I am nowadays as I was opposed to yesterday. And I'm aware of, you know, I do my little stretches, my little push-ups, you know what I'm saying? Make sure I drink my water, eat my oatmeal, you know, my
And that's
honey oats.
essential. That was going to be my ending note, the water.
Yeah.
But since you brought it up, I can just add on to that, right? That water thing is essential. That is very, very, very necessary because a lot of people don't pay attention to signs.
Yo, people don't even drink water.
Sometimes your mouth can be dry. You don't realize you're dehydrated.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might have a lot of crust in your eyes. You're dehydrated.
The water lacking.
When you sweat sometimes and it comes out and it dries up and it be white, you dehydrated. The sweat coming out, and you know what I mean, and it's coming out in a way that you have a lot of too much of whatever salt, sugar in your body, so it's really coming out. So you're dehydrated. When your feet are crusty, you're dehydrated. You know what I mean? So what you do when your feet crusty, you lather your feet up.
Lotion it up, baby.
You know what I mean? And you moisturize your feet. You hydrate in your feet. Just as everything comes from the inside out. So you have to be careful. You have to be mindful and knowledgeable about that. Water is very essential. I just don't like the fact that they sitting there selling water, but that's a whole nother story.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, in between time, drink water. Very important. Very, very important. You have to drink at least, I would tell anybody, man, drink like 4 bottles of water a day. But if you're a drinker,
Yeah.
you have to drink water, consume water behind that alcohol too. I'm just saying, you gotta drink, you gotta consume water behind that alcohol.
I concur.
You know what I mean?
Regardless.
Because I done seen a lot of people
Dry up from that,
pass away behind that stuff, behind lack of water, but
Kidneys.
drinking so much. And I'm not telling you to drink and be merry and be happy all the time, just drink water. But if you do, be responsible. It's just not about driving. With that word responsible or drink responsibly, that means take care of yourself too. You have to look past just the, I'm gonna get behind the wheel and you know the commercial that they show you.
They show you that.
It's everything. Even when you eating food, dilute the food. Drink water behind the food. You don't always have to have an intake of soda because soda, anything with sugar and color, the body mistakes it or take it as food. You know what I mean? It takes it as food because the body has to extract all the elements out of that. All the stuff, the good stuff and the bad, it divides all the bad stuff. That's why you have to, when you have to urinate and you move your bowels and stuff like that, that's pushing the waste out. And sometimes it don't just push out through your bladder or through your anus, it pushes out through your face. It pushes the bumps on your back. Boils, you know what I'm saying? Big bumps on your
they
back.
did that type of stuff too, like you know.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's necessary though. It's necessary to take care of yourself, to be on top of your game. And again, echoing it, I don't care if you gotta go and get state medical, get it. Utilize it. As long as it's in existence, utilize it. Go and check yourself out. Men in particular. Get yourself checked out. Don't be afraid to have an exam I mean, the way they used to do things back in the day, they don't do it no more. It's basically all blood work. You know, they do your blood pressure, your height, your weight. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. They check your breathing and all of that stuff. But everything is through blood after that. They'll take about 4 or 5 samples of your blood and send it out. And they'll tell you everything that's going on within you. And you can request, if you got that type of doctor, request to know about everything. When I tell you everything, find out if you're allergic to certain foods. You may not even know you're allergic to certain foods. The point is, the point that we're talking about, what we're trying to make is that health is wealth. You know what I mean? If you ain't got no money and you healthy, man, you got a chance to go get it. If you ain't got no money and you broke, you're going to be running around here, you can't get it, you hit. And you're going to have to wait for this and have to wait for that and sometime. You know what I mean? That money might not be able to stretch long enough. So, you know how back in the day, people used to retire at a certain age, what, 65, maybe 50, 65? Now people retiring at 80 years old. I mean, you know, you need money and stuff, but sometimes people need work behind other reasons. Man, they have to take care of themselves and, you know, do stuff like that to keep going. You know what I mean?
It's different now,
so,
man. Yo, that's the
that's just an extension of the conversation. But at the end of the day, like my man say, take care of yourself. What's the topic?
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
Be cognizant, man, of things that might be, you know, say like you might have something growing on your body, like such as a mole and things like that. Back in the days, I didn't understand that until I took a course, you know, when I was in college somewhere.
Right.
And I learned that those things, like moles on your neck, if you see a mole starting to grow on your neck, be attentive to that. Don't think that it ain't about nothing, because that's a cancerous situation. We're not expertise. I'm not a doctor or anything.
Because I got those moles too.
Yeah, you gotta check that out, bro. And that's just a little information that I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to share with y'all, though. You know, I ain't no doctor or nothing, but I'm just here to assist you guys. Maybe y'all can help me too. But yo, be cognizant of all your bodily parts and check your bodily function when you're taking that dump. And check it out, yo. Check your piss.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with you looking at your stool, man.
You know what I mean?
People do that anyway.
Yeah.
Don't let them fool you. People
Yeah,
look
no,
at
I
their
ain't
stool.
saying they don't. I'm just saying,
And people when they wipe, they look at it too.
But are they looking at it to make sure that it's healthy?
Yeah.
Not just looking at it because they're going to look at it and make sure it's. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
but if you see something different, you know, most times when you use the bathroom, you're going to have the coloration going to be different.
And the smell.
It might be brown, it might be green.
Depends on what you ate too.
It depends on what you ate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if it's something that looks abnormal and it stays abnormal, then you definitely need to go and see, you know what I mean, some type of a physician to let you know what's good. You know what I mean? Like I just went to the doctor and I just got everything done with me 2 weeks ago. And everything is great. You know what I mean? Everything is basically okay. And you know, I'm surprised because I got weight on me. I accumulated a lot of weight over time. And that's not a good thing either, because I was, you know, I went away, I did some time, and I came home, and I was real, you know, I was healthy when it comes to like my weight and all that stuff, but over time, I accumulated the weight back. You know what I mean? Even though it took a while to gain it back, but nevertheless, it's here and it's chilling, and it's not like it's just like, it's like, listen, man, I ain't going nowhere. You got rid of me, I'm back. This time I'm staying. You know what I mean? Even no matter what a dude do, it's like you're going to stay. You know what I mean? It's just playing that game. Oh, and the sidebar too. Sometimes you don't always have to eat meat. You don't always have to like intake meat. Sometimes you can fast, or sometimes you can just go to a liquid diet, or you can just go to a leafy diet for a day or two. You know what I mean? Because that food, usually when that what they call it,
what's that?
The beef, what they call it when it's in your body?
It just sits
the carcass that is in your body.
Yeah, you said it right. Carcass. It rots in there.
And it rots in there.
It takes days before
to break down.
Yes, it does.
You know what I mean? So
You gotta flush that out.
Yeah, you gotta flush it out, and ain't no better way to flush it out than to eat fruits and vegetables.
Exactly. Or take you if you ain't get enough of your fruits and vegetables, get your vitamins.
Right.
Vitamins are also a supplement.
Vitamins.
Like I take my Centrum Silver, you know.
Right.
Ain't got no shame in my game. Shoot, man.
gotta-
Health is wealth, man.
yeah, you gotta
know,
take care of
you gotta
yourself.
take care of your children too. Make sure you leave them something behind.
And that's
So when you
another
pass
thing,
away
too,
and
with
anything
them.
like that, I ain't even saying
No,
no
I'm
like
sorry. That's very true. Very necessary.
That's a part of the wealth
Talking
part,
about
too.
children too.
that. Yeah.
This is, my saying is, this is a lobster tail and crab leg era. You know what I mean? That these kids eat everything. They eat expensive stuff, but they also eat a lot of junk too.
Gorgeous.
There's more junk on the shelves in stores now than ever.
Than ever. Everything.
You know what I mean? And these kids really run back and forth to the store and consume by that junk, and they be eating it low key. You know what I mean?
Kids at
Like
4 years
back
old
in the
gotta
day-
no, she gotta get their feet
Right,
before that 4 years
yeah.
old. What the- Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
That's crazy. You know what I mean? Some kids really lost teeth at a certain age, and they can't grow back. So now you're running around here
Toothless, ruthless.
Toothless Records, the CEO of Toothless Records.
Yeah, man.
Just like the older cats that be, losing their teeth. They don't go to the dentist.
They don't
do
brush.
what they supposed. They don't brush. They don't do none of the hygiene. Is awful.
Up the chain, huh?
But that with kids though, you have to. I would recommend this. I mean, you be more responsible when it comes to kids' diets also, because again, health is wealth.
Mm-hmm.
The processed foods now is different than it was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's way more processed stuff now than it ever. There's way more candy bars than ever. There's way more
Potato chips.
Everything now.
And that's my number one thing. I love potato chips.
Yeah, mix them up, mix them go.
Yeah, yo, but
You know
yo,
what I mean? But, yeah.
like, just be cognizant, y'all, yo, you know what I mean? Like, you falling off of this earth because of health. You know what I'm saying? That's like a number part of it, there's a high rate in our health, passing
Right.
away from it, yo.
Right.
Just because we're not taking care of ourselves and we know that something is wrong with us, but we just keep on going and going and going and going and going and going and going until you're like, yo, damn, he just passed away, what happened? Oh, he had such and such, god damn, he's only like 45.
Yeah.
No, literally, seriously though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's scary. I be thinking about that shit, yo.
Yeah.
Pardon my language, man.
It's
I be
the
thinking
truth.
about that, bro,
It's
man. That's
the
word, yo.
absolute
So that's why you have to be real cognizant, pay attention, be attentive, man, and go check your doctor. And if you ain't checking your doctor, be your own doctor then. That's the case. By just putting away certain things that you know that is detrimental to your health, if you can. You know what I'm saying? I mean, things ain't gonna happen overnight. But if you take step by step by step, like a booklet, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, ain't nothing easy, man. I'm just saying, I just care about my folk, man. People, period, in general, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take care of myself. I do take care of myself, but I can do a little bit better, you know?
Right.
You know what I mean? Shoot.
And let me go to a sidebar. Sidebar with parents with kids, right? Be mindful and pay close attention to your kids and how they move and how they leave out your house and stuff like that. An incident happened with Shayla's son Dylan. My little man's, he was in an accident on the avenue yesterday, and it was bad. It was like, it looked terrible because he has a concussion. It was hemorrhaging and all that stuff. Like it looked terrible because it was no broken bones and nothing. It was all head trauma.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But one thing I had to like tell her is that, with kids, before the doctors confirmed it, kids got a way with them where they heal faster than adults anyway. But it was just lucky, he was just lucky to have, to suffer the light but heavy injuries that he did. But parents, y'all have to pay close attention to your kids. You know what I mean? And it's not like it's her fault. It's not her fault at all that it happened, but I'm just telling parents to pay attention because when them kids leave out, they turn into different people.
Yeah.
They move different. You know what I'm saying? And I already know how it go, cause man, when I was looking in her eyes, that was, you know what I mean? Like, that was the worst thing, looking into her eyes and she looking at her son and the hurt that I seen in her eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the shit was like crazy. It hurt me. You know what I'm saying? But that's my little guy, man. That's my guy, man. You know what I mean?
Yo.
I just wanted him to, to stay safe. And I always stress it to them all the time. So parents, please be mindful of your kids when they leave your home and all that stuff. And if you have to walk your kids to the bus stops, sometimes they can get sidetracked with each other, start horse playing, and things can happen.
Speaking of concussions, you know how like back when we had, like, you know how many times we done bumped our heads and probably could have been concussed. Even still to this day, we probably walking around with concussions. You know what I'm saying? We should take those things light as hell back. Information upon that.
Headaches and all that.
You can bump your head right now, just like your head could be up from under the band. That could be a concussion.
Right.
So you got to just be aware, more mindful, anything like that. That you think like it ain't nothing. Man, it could be something.
Yeah, definitely.
As time progress.
Right.
You know, so.
But that's just taking care of one another, taking care of each other, and making sure that we're good. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, man, that the wealth is us. We have to be healthy because the wealth is us. Because our numbers are the numbers. We're gonna stand strong anyway. Contrary to what you may believe and how they might show you, oh, it's more of these people than that people know. It's big, man. It's big with our culture, and we running the show.
Indeed.
But they playing that game because we really don't get it. We don't know what we're supposed to do or how we're supposed to live because we live so free. We live like bravados and shit. We running around here going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Living our best life, but not really paying attention to the real wealth. Fuck the paper. We talking about each other surviving. We talking about staying healthy. Living out those numbers that they scream in the biblical aspect of things. People living to be 500 years old. You know what I mean? Whatever those numbers it was different in those times, but we only living to be 60, 50, 40, 30, 20 years old. You know what I mean? Like we gotta push this thing a little bit further than the normalcy. The normalcy of what they want it to be. You know what I mean? We survivors, man. We done did this thing for a long time. If you don't believe me, go back 400 years ago. We're survivors, man.
Still here.
You know what I mean? But we can't be, it went from other people trying to kill us off to we trying to kill ourselves off.
We're killing ourselves.
You know what I mean? And that's not gangster.
And not just by the gun, but we killing ourselves off by what we put into our bodies. All they took the whole gamut. Yeah.
The wealth part. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. We survived a long time through everything, through it all. We slept out in the rain.
Gave us the scraps.
Yeah, did all that shit. You know what I mean? Now that's part of the culture. You know what I mean? The 400-plus-year-old culture now. You know what I mean? But even though our culture go back a long way, but that's a whole new revolution or evolution of culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we have to take care of ourselves. It's essential to be healthy so we can live like we're wealthy. Our legacy is us, who we are. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. It don't always have to be foolish foods and stuff like that. Sometimes you can fast. Sometimes you can take a day and don't eat no meat. Just consume vegetables. Fasting don't necessarily mean you have to starve yourself fasting off of a particular food that you might intake all day. The average person eat meat 3 to 4 times a day.
Ain't supposed to eat meat like
you know what I'm saying?
We one side of a week.
Meat on top of meat on top of meat.
And that just be their whole, I see people like that.
Then wondering why your farts stinking and why your shit stinking crazy.
And your skin look that color, your skin is certain color because that be that meat, yo.
And when you use the bathroom, your pee smelling like straight up ammonia. You know what I'm saying? Like you drunk a whole Chris-ass bottle of ammonia. You know what I mean? But the color of lemonade. You know what I'm saying? Color and then it gets deeper because some of that urine be the color of honey. You know what I mean? But it'd be that the hydration, whether you're hydrated or dehydrated.
That's what's all coming out. Nothing.
Right, nothing. That's just pushing out feces and you know what I mean. A lot of times when you be constipated, it be because you're dehydrated. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to intake a lot of water to move a lot of things around. That's important. Everything, this water, we are just like the earth. Our bodies are 3/4 of water. You know what I mean? So,
with dirt.
You know, it is what it is, man. You got to take care of yourself. If you don't, You know what time it is. They got places for everybody.
You know the drill.
They got areas for everybody
You
now.
know the drill.
It's unlimited now. You can be anywhere. You know what I'm talking about? You can be anywhere. So, you know.
Yeah, it's been a long time though, y'all. We back though. Welcome us back though, alright? We did our thing though.
Yeah.
Enjoy us tonight while y'all watch this.
The ink is dry on the contracts this time, so we back in the building. It ain't no hate. Even though we, you know, this my main man, is my apple scrapple, my day one, somebody that we don't went to war together, and for real, this is not a game. Like, this is my guy.
However,
we done been through it all. You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Done it all.
Yeah, so we never fall out. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Not like that, but you know, we talk damn near every day anyway on the phone. So only a few of us do that on the regular, but you know, but again, health is wealth, and you know how I do it every day. You know, check out Campfire Talk, the podcast. It airs every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Be there, be square. I don't want none of y'all to be square, so I want you to be there. And like we always do, we shoot for the universe and the galaxies. Most people only want to aim for the street lights. But I'm getting stronger now, so I might be able to carry a few people with me. That's if you want to go, because I'm not going to bring you anywhere that you don't want to be. And I'm not going to be in anybody's face that don't want me in their face.
See that.
You dig me?
Got you.
Give it to him, kid.
Let me give you a thought for the day, though, all right? Check this out. Gratitude should be a continuous attitude, not just an occasional incident.
Say it again.
You got that? Gratitude should be a continuous attitude, not just an occasional incident.
So, okay, hold up. Give me that. Break that down. Like what do you mean by
But what
that?
I mean is, you just because you know you're being gracious to somebody because it's continuous because you might want something from them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's just occasional. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because to go pray, you know what I mean? To go
Right,
Mario,
right.
But then you want $5. Now you show gratitude.
Right.
The other time you don't show me that gratitude.
Yo, that's crazy when people walk up to you. How you doing?
Or call you on your phone.
No. But the way they do it, they'd be like, "Hey, what's going on?" But then they ask you in another way, "How you doing?" And then they ask you, "How's things been?" Now I know what you're doing. Now you're trying to
Just
play.
get to the point, yeah.
You're trying
Because
to
any
play
other
with
day,
these formalities that I don't want to deal with. Get straight to it. If you got something that you want to ask me so I can tell you no. As long as you take, that's how long it's going to tell me, for me to give me the determination whether I'm going to tell you yes or no.
It's just how it is, man.
Word. But you know what it is at the end of the day, we throw it up twice, knowledge, to us, that means peace.
Peace.